What about the Golden Girls? What? We got some Deadpool fans here. Is Deadpool here? Deadpool loves the Golden Girls. Salty. What's going on, mate? I was going to message you yesterday just to see how you were. And say sorry that I haven't been on any other type of game, you know? Bill Goldberg. Yeah, I hate Goldberg. But I'm glad you called him Bill Goldberg. Fuck Bill Goldberg. Nah, Pedro, you're the worst. You picked the worst two wrestlers. No, Pedro, no. Don't start me. You picked the worst two wrestlers of all time. Don't start me. There's a whole thing here, bro. I've had a community warning from YouTube for posting a video that said, fuck Bill Goldberg. I got a community warning. Someone reported me for bullying. Goldberg's shit, bro. I'm sorry, Goldberg. Hulk Hogan, 5 moves to doom. Goldberg, explosiveness, 2-minute matches. Sorry, bro. Goldberg can't wrestle. He could never wrestle. And he nearly killed The Undertaker. Goldberg's shit, bro. Best theme song ever? Goldberg's shit. I'll give Hogan more credit than Goldberg. Goldberg had everything handed to him. Hogan had to work to get his spot. Oh, nice. Salty. Looking for or have to? Because weren't you set up with your nan? Bro, nah, Razor Ramon. Bro. Fuck. Fuck.
Say hello to the bad guy. Okay.
Say hello to the bad guy. I do have a Razor Ramon, but I've only got my NWO figures out at the moment. Alright, end of argument. These are the two greatest of all time. Sting. Thank you. That's number 1 greatest of all time. Number 2.
Ooh, yeah. Macho Man.
That's your 2 greatest of all time. But yeah, I have a Razor Ramon figure, bro. Dude. Sector. Look. The Yo Command, bro. The Yo Command. Scott Hall tribute. Kurt Angle's very funny. One of the best wrestlers of all time, too. Very funny. Miss Elizabeth was smoking. Miss Elizabeth was gorgeous. Absolutely loved her in her NWO days. Have to for him. Oh, I hope it works out, Salty. Andre would just sit on people. Cena, bro, world championships don't mean nothing in wrestling, mate. It's fake. But yeah, I love me wrestling, guys, and I'll debate it very passionately. Bill Goldberg is shit. Shit, I tell you. Alright. Let's go win some more championships. Spite is cool. Doing things out of spite. Can be. It's not good for your heart. Yeah, Owen Hart. There's a lot more people than one guy, Pedro. It sounds like you only... I know a lot about wrestling, Pedro. Like, I know everything about wrestling. I watch all wrestling. The Mexican one, yeah, that's what I was going to say. I thought you were talking about Owen Hart first. Rey Mysterio killed a guy in Crash. Lucha Libre. Crash. Yeah, the heart attack, 619. It's horrible footage. It is horrible footage, bro. And Rey Mysterio has to live with that for the rest of his life. 619. And he kicked him and he didn't move. He was just dead on the ropes. I remember it. Sad footage, bro. I thought you meant Owen Hart first. Because you said, like, died in the ring. I mean, technically he wasn't in the ring. Oh. But yeah, we still watch it, Pedro. Royal Rumble is this Sunday. from Saudi Arabia, and usually I do watch-alongs. Nah, Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero died of a heart attack, but he died brushing his teeth, bro. He didn't die in the ring. Yeah, John. That's fucked. John was doing the, I'm surprised it didn't happen to me. John was doing the, endurance event for the Bathurst race, and it crashed after 10 laps. Yeah, Eddie had a heart attack in a hotel room. He was found by Chavo. He was meant to be wrestling Batista for the world title the next night. Eddie Guerrero's is the saddest death in wrestling, then probably Bray Wyatt's. But Eddie Guerrero's fucked me up at the time. Like, it really fucked me up. I was a teenager. He was one of my favourites. Wrestlers had died before, but not wrestlers that were active. Like, that was fucked up. Still fucked up. Anytime they show his highlight videos and his packages and shit, I always cry. Always cry. And then the same for Bray Wyatt now. Because Bray Wyatt was this generation. It was one of the reasons I was watching wrestling again. His death was traumatic. No, Sting and Luger are not the best tag team ever, bro. Sting carried Luger. Luger was a roid, jacked bodybuilder. Bro, truthfully, Sting's best tag team was probably with Goldberg. Sting and Goldberg were tag team champions. Yeah, I hate Chris Benoit, bro. I hate him. I loved him, idolized him, but I won't even talk about it. I won't even talk about it. Piece of shit. Won't even talk about it. Loved him. Idolized him. Piece of shit. Especially his little boy. Overzealous religious piece of shit. That was CTE. Wasn't steroids. It was CTE. Chair shots to the head and his diving headbutt finishing move. But all the chair shots, it was the chair shots. Chris Benoit took way too many fucking chair shots to the head. He used to walk into him. Head down, shoulders down, no arms, just walk into him. Headshot. Too many fucking headshots. He was jacking the roids though, big time. You see Chris Benoit in WCW and then see Chris Benoit, same with Eddie, all of them. You see him in WCW, they were cruiserweights, and you see him in WWE, they were fucking jacked to the gills, mate. Dudley Boys were great. I don't think they're one of the best tag teams of all time, though. They're entertaining. They were in the best tag team era of all time. Yeah, CTE for Benoit, bro. They knew it was CTE. His was one of the first brains that they pulled apart, and they were like, he had the brain of an 88-year-old. He was 43 years old, and he had the brain of an 88-year-old.
Hammer down now.
CTE. He was one of the first, man. That was 20 years ago, bro. Like, he was one of the... They'd already had football deaths. It was literally, when he died, Chris Nowinski, who used to be a wrestler for WWE, studied at Harvard and played American football, who was retired, and he retired because of concussion protocol. He was the dude who started the investigations into CTE regarding football and wrestling. And he got permission from Benoit's family when Benoit died to pull his brain out. And they proved it. Like, they proved it. But you want to talk about, like, the most hardcore ever, Mick Foley. He's not the most hardcore, but for the person who put their body through the most. But he could do some hardcore shit. He was sick. I love Mick Foley. And he could fucking wrestle. He could have wrestling matches with technical dudes, brawlers, high flyers. I've got a cameo from him, John, during COVID. The missus organised a cameo from him, 5-minute cameo, and it's essentially like 3 or 4 cameos in one, because it's Mankind, Dude Love, Cactus Jack, and Mick Foley saying hello to me. Genuinely one of the nicest people ever, too. But yeah, he was crazy. His cage bump is the biggest in history. It'll never be repeated. The one off the cage, but the one through the cage was worse. The one off the cage looks worse, but the one through the cage was what fucked him up. Hell in a Cell, man. Those were the days, like truthfully, it was the best time, but the wrestling today is a billion times better than it was back then. That's where like the old timers are like, oh, it's shit, it's all shit. But like the old timers loved dudes that fucking threw punches and headlocks. Like old wrestling is shit. Like, and when I was a kid, what got me into wrestling, besides the big colourful characters and the wrestlers that we all knew, was the cruiserweights. Was like Chris Jericho, Rey Mysterio, shit like that. Yeah, it's been going alright, Salty. It slowed down, bro. This car is not set up for this. It was going off until Christmas, and then it slowed down after Christmas. First goal of the year is 2.5. I want 3K by the middle of the year. We can get 2.5 by soon. 3K by the middle of the year. If we get, like, every time this game drops a new update or the DLC drops, there'll be another surge. I think I'm done with Gran Turismo. Fully done with it. Like, even yesterday, update, didn't even get on. I think I'm done with it. I don't enjoy it anymore. And I don't want to enjoy it. I don't want to bother having to play it in its weird, arcadey, hyper reflexes way just to maintain some format. It's detrimental to this. Like, it's just not real. Like, ultimately, and I didn't want to say it while I was playing Gran Turismo. I just kept saying it feels different, it feels different, it doesn't feel right. But it's just, it's hyper reflex bullshit. I didn't even look at them, John. Didn't even look at the dailies this week, mate. I jumped on for Spa. No, I'm not on the pace at all here, bro. I haven't even been practicing. And my car's set up for... Like, it's a practice. This is career. I just jumped in it. Usually what I'll do, if I want to do these properly, if I'm not really talking to you guys till I'm actually paying attention, I'll do a couple of the practice sessions because you can't restart sessions. So I'll do a couple of the practice sessions and then reset it. I'll just quit out and come back in until I get the car set up, because 10 minutes is not enough to get your car ready to set up a lap, let alone race in it. But yeah, when I did try this, I was surprised. The Merc, it felt like shit here. It was so good at Monza, but it feels like shit here. It just keeps sliding on me. I actually don't think I'll get anywhere near their pace even if I do clock a lap. I'll have to outrace them. But yeah, Royal Rumble's this Sunday, and I do watch alongs for all the pay-per-views, especially the big ones. Fucking 6 AM start on a Sunday though. It's gonna kill me. I genuinely don't know if I'm gonna do it, and it'll start with the Women's Rumble. Start with the Women's Rumble or a world title match. No, they can't fix the name, bro. That's why it's called Brianza. They can't, bro. It's copyright, Petro. Couple of you guys, man, I swear, same as that girl that always comes in and talks about McLaren and Ferrari. Does my head in. People don't understand basic copyright laws, bro. Like, it's naming rights. That's all it is. It's naming rights. We have the track. Why does it matter? Like this one, bro, with... What do they call it? The Romulan or whatever, like Romulan Grand Prix or some shit. But it's just naming rights, bro. Even it's the same reason that when we had COVID and F1 did Bahrain twice, that they couldn't call it the Bahrain GP twice. They had to come up with another name for it the Sakir Grand Prix, which is like the region that it's set in. Fucking Gran Turismo.
Checking flag this
And
lap.
anyone will know this from more than Gran Turismo, because it was in Project Cars games too. Azure Coast. Monaco. You don't need it, bro. Like, I mean, one, you look at the track, you know what it is. Two, we don't need it. Like, I don't need to be told it's fucking Monza, bro. That's like, that thing's a boot, you know? No, it's not. No, Pedro. It's not that. God, you guys, honestly. Takes money, Pedro. They don't have the rights, bro. They couldn't afford the rights. Like McLaren, clearly. McLaren should be in the game. McLarens are everywhere. McLaren should be in the game. Ferrari are notorious with their rights. It took Gran Turismo a decade plus to get Ferraris in their game. Ferrari charge Lewis Hamilton money, bro. No, we can't pay for it. There's not enough of us. There's not enough of us, and they have to pay for it up front. They can't say, oh, we're going to take it, make it to DLC, and then if the people buy it, you get your money. That's not how it works. Project have to pay for it up front. And they obviously can't. Like, they obviously can't. He is a lovely person. Lovely person. The cameo was incredible. I've heard many stories from people who have met him. Yeah, it doesn't work like that, Pedro. It's not like if they put it out there and then we pay for it and it pays it off. And bro, there's like, Pedro, I shit you not, there's about 500 people in the world playing this game, bro. I shit you not. I'm not shitting. I'm not lying. Not making it up. 500 people concurrently at any given moment. Bro, we would need 500,000 people to be able to afford some Ferraris, okay? Like Gran Turismo numbers. And Gran Turismo doesn't have a lot of Ferraris. Doesn't. It's got like a dozen. 15, 20 of them. Mostly old ones. It's the exclusivity is what kills it. Exclusivity is a killer. Especially for, I mean, look, Ferrari are a joke. They've got a car in fucking Fortnite. They have a car in Fortnite before it came to Gran Turismo. That new Spider. So they're a joke, man. They take the big money wherever they can get it. I mean, they've got a theme park in Dubai. Like, they take the big money wherever they can get it. They sell their rights. They're a brand. The dancing horse don't come cheap. It doesn't. It's disappointing too, because I'd love the old cars. I want they need to add the Ferrari to the LMP class. The 333 or whatever it was. SP. They need to add that to the LMP class. And the Lola class. The class with the Lola and the 917 needs the corresponding Ferrari and Mach 4. Like, so bad. They would be, of the legendary cars that I could get into the game, that would be it. And the Ferrari LMP is not that great, but it's just a sick looking car. And it was a part of an era where the Audi dominated. The old Ferrari, but yeah, it's all a rights thing, bro. Like, seriously, there's this girl that keeps coming in and talking about Ferrari, man. She literally, I don't know if she's either young, autistic, or just doesn't understand English. Like, she says the same thing over and over again, but whatever we say to her, it doesn't get through to her. But she always comes in and says McLaren and Ferrari coming, and I'm Project Cars 4, and I'm like, she breaks my brain. She breaks my brain with the things she says over and over and over again about this game. Like, it's not Project Cars 4. There is no Ferraris. There's no McLarens. And then she's like, yeah, but mods. I'm like, no mods. People can't do it. They can mod it. They could have them mod it and play it at home, but they can't release it. They can't make it public. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Oh! I'm I've met him in real life too. He came over to Australia. We couldn't believe it. Comic Con. He was doing wrestling at a Comic Con. It's really sad to see, but he got a pop. Yeah, I've got a like literally the only ones I have on hand. I've got a box over there. It's full. They're all packed up. But there's about 6 dudes up there. And it's all WCW. It's like the original NWO, DDP, Sting, and Macho Man. Like, they're the only ones I have on hand. And then there's multiple Stings all over the place. I've got like a mini Sting there. There's another one up there. The pop. Got Macho Man pops. But the figures, that's what I'm into. 6-inch, 7-inch, 8-inch. I've got a lot, and most of them are packed up. But Attitude Era, WCW, NXT, a few AEW ones here and there. I haven't bought any in years, so 3-4 years, haven't bought any. But I've got an extensive, like, action figure collectibles. Like everything, not just wrestling. Wrestling would be one of the smaller ones. Batman is the main thing I have. I even have, Finn's up there too. Finn and Bray are up there. Oh, and me Big Hogan. This. I do love this because it's just so classic. It's so traditional. Like, this is... It's got better dexterity and articulation than the one I had when I was a kid. This is like the WWE re-release. But this toy is like exactly what I had when I was 5 years old. And this was like released 20 years later, but it's just a perfect... He's perfect, man. Like, he's absolutely perfect. Hogan doesn't do it for me, but this figure is perfect. Like, it's perfection. It is my childhood in one. Yeah, that's basically the Hogan that was feuding with the Undertaker. Yeah, which one? The original, or like Undertaker always had? He had 3. The original, many different versions of that. The gong. Dun, 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 dun. Like the fucking Dark Empire thing. He had Big Red. The Big Red with the "You done it now, you gonna made a big mistake." It was like this country when he was like the bandana bike rider, and then rolling Limp Bizkit. That was the era, bro. I hate Goldberg, man. I hate him. He's so shit. He nearly killed Undertaker in Saudi Arabia a couple of years ago, bro. He nearly killed the greatest of all time. He's so bad. I hate Bill Goldberg. We literally watched him retire and we laughed, bro. We laughed. We fucking... I mean, I got reported on YouTube for saying fuck Bill Goldberg. They all made Undertaker. Undertaker was basically made before he even got to WWE because of what he was doing, the big mean Mark Calloway shit that he was doing in Memphis at WCW. That's why he was repackaged so many times and kept hidden from the public, because they knew they had something special. Even with Kevin Nash. That's why Kevin Nash was repackaged so many times. They always knew he was good and an attraction, but they just didn't know, like especially WCW, they didn't know how to package it. Vince knew how to do packages then. But he kept doing the same thing for 10, 15 years, and the crowd got over it, and then he had no fucking idea how to do a thing at all. And he was out of touch for 20 fucking years. Yeah, Kane and Taker was always good. I don't think Kane gets the respect that he deserves. At all. He's always living in Taker's shadow. His one and only WWE title reign is a joke. And he did the job to so many other people. He made people look like stars. Big people, small people. And he was possibly the most agile and talented big man that they had. Like, the amount of times Kane went to the top rope and nailed it every single time. Yeah, he was taller. Kane was taller. But they lied about both their height too. They were both actually shorter than they were built at. WWE has really only ever had 2 7-footers. And that was Big Show and Andre the Giant. Then Khali. Khali was bigger than both of them. But like, they lied about Andre's height, they lied about Big Show's height, they lied about Undertaker's height, they lied about Kane's height. They lied about all their height. They made them all 2-3 inches taller than they actually are. I think they build Big Show as 7'4", he's 7'1". They build Taker as 6'11", he's like 6'10", 6'9", 6'10". And Kane was built as 6'11 and a half, which he basically was, 6'11". But they built him as half an inch taller than Undertaker.
On the clock, mate. Full send this lap.
And then there was a bit, I've even seen this is on a doco I've seen. You remember when they had, like when Taker fucked his face and then they had the angle where he came back pretending to be Kane? To make that look legit, they even had Taker in platform boots. Like they showed, there's a photo of the two Kanes, like Kane and Undertaker as Kane, standing in front of each other, and like the camera panned down, and then you look at the soles of the shoes, and Kane's are like twice the thickness. Oh, Undertaker's were twice the thickness of Kane's to have him match the height. Like that's how hard they were pushing the gimmick. I've got an X-Pac over there. X-Pac and Kane were an awesome tag team. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Like, and I remember that, you know, like their feud went on for ages too. I was quite surprised that they were putting X-Pac at the time in a feud like that. You know, like him fucking, like, it was like, and they did it years later with Daniel Bryan too. Like the Odd Couple teams. You know, like, and they make you feel for Kane. They make X-Pac the bad guy. You feel bad for the monster. Good times. Back when it was WWF. Undertaker and Kane were an awesome tag team too. Like whenever they hooked up, there was no tag division. Like it was nasty. Whenever they hooked up, there was no tag division. They just slaughtered everybody until they got bored. What's going on, Vic? Sparrow?
You're currently the fastest on track.
I've got a Bray up there too. Eater of Worlds figure. I should pull him out and show you. I swear, I've got to do a shit show one day that's about collectibles and that. I'll do a shit show when I'll show you everything. Because I've got a Demon Finn, an Elite Demon Finn, but I've got a Bray that's like a one-off custom. It's not done by WWE, it's done by Sideshow Collectibles. And it's the Fiend. It was his Fiend debut figure.
Session ends in
It's
5
fucking
minutes.
sick. And like after his death, it meant so much more to me. I've got a lot of Finns. Like of the modern wrestlers, Finn Balor is probably the one I've got the most. I literally had the same figure because I had one and then someone bought me one and it was the same one I already had. And then the same thing happened again with the missus and I ended up customizing the other two because Finn Balor used to do custom body paint before he went to WWE. He used to do like a Joker, a Carnage, an Anti-Venom. So I did like a custom Joker Finn Balor. Batista was great. Batista was one of the only big men I ever liked. Like, if you want to talk about Goldberg, bro, talk about Batista. Batista was Goldberg's size and could wrestle better than The Undertaker. Like, Batista didn't learn how to become a wrestler. He was a bouncer who looked good, and they brought him in, and then he learnt everything. Like DDP. The only other wrestler that came in that late and from that role and became the best was DDP. Came in his late 30s as a bouncer and became one of the greatest of all time. And Batista to me is the greatest big man ever, because he could wrestle. He could actually wrestle. Goldberg couldn't wrestle. Brock could, but Brock didn't wrestle. Brock could wrestle. Brock wrestled for like a year and a half. Then he went and played football. Then he went and done UFC. Then he came back and he hasn't wrestled a fucking day in his life since. Batista could wrestle. Like, Batista had 20, 30-minute bangers every single night. Against Rey Mysterio, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Booker T. Like, the dude could wrestle. That was the big difference with it. And now, too, he's possibly one of the best actors they've produced, too. Dude's got range. Yeah, Brock was an athlete. But he's lazy, bro. Shits me about him. Brock had so much drive and ambition to get to where he was at that point in his career. And then after the UFC, he just got lazy. He just takes the money and runs now, bro. He's lazy. He doesn't wrestle anymore. What he did with Bray Wyatt, what he did with Dean Ambrose, there's so many people that he's essentially disrespected in the industry, in the current era, by not putting in a match. Like, he's buried people, and he doesn't need to. I mean, he buried fucking John Cena a couple months ago, and they really didn't need to do that. That's what I'm saying, yeah. He's a performer. When he puts in the work, he's good. I genuinely think his last really good match was him and Goldberg, where they just murdered each other for about 5 minutes. One of the quickest matches I'd ever seen, but they murdered each other for about 5 minutes. Yeah, I know, dude. I'm not knocking him, but for the money he takes and the work he puts in, he's shafting a lot of people, bro. He's shafting a lot of people. Like, and he does nothing for the industry anymore. Like, he does nothing for the industry anymore. Yeah, I only watched his New Japan, and he held him hostage too, Lewis. He held him hostage for the title, which is always a dog thing to do in wrestling. Ric Flair, NWA, WCW, Hulk Hogan, dog thing to do. Especially to a struggling company
Ends in 1 minute.
like New Japan back then. Absolute dog thing to do. He nearly ruined him, bro. He nearly financially ruined him, and he didn't end up doing the job that he originally signed on to do. The Shinsuke Nakamura job. They didn't even get the payoff with that. Like, that's the worst thing there. He took their fucking title and then didn't even drop it. And then went through a lawsuit to give it back to him. It's the worst, bro. That's not a job. It's a selfish prick. And that was back when he was still fit, because that was the first thing he did out of WWE. Selfish. And that was Shinsuke and Tanahashi. It was one or the other. And he wouldn't do the fucking job. Yeah, I remember that. I know. But yeah, it was.
Checkered flag this
It was meant to be. Was meant to be the crowning moment for Nakamura. This car, bro, it's killing me. I haven't worked on it at all. I'm just gonna fucking. What am I? No way. And I'm talking too much shit to you guys. This ain't gonna work. I have to concentrate here. Imola's too precise. I haven't even set the car up. Can't even qualify top 10. Pedro, bro. Sorry. I'm going to say it. You have the worst taste in wrestlers, bro. Sorry. Besides maybe Kane and Taker, you've got the worst taste in wrestlers, bro. And I know I'm not the only one. I know a lot of my guys will be laughing right now. You have the worst taste in wrestlers, bro. When I was 5 years old, I didn't even like the guys that you're bringing up, man. Like, I could see what they were at 5 years old. You know, they weren't wrestlers, bro. Every single guy you've mentioned is like a steroid junkie that can't wrestle, bro. Like, Ultimate Warrior had intensity. He had an entrance. But he wasn't a wrestler, man. He wrestled for 3... Hulk Hogan wrestled more than Ultimate Warrior. Like, you're literally like... I'll give you Hogan. For what he did for the industry. And I've seen what Hogan did in the 80s. I've seen Hogan wrestle in New Japan. I'll give you Hogan. Hogan could go and go hard. Antonio Inoki and Hogan. Great Muta and Hogan. Ric Flair and Hogan back in the day. But Ultimate Warrior... Goldberg was a better wrestler than Ultimate Warrior. And Goldberg is the worst wrestler of all time. That's how much I rate Ultimate Warrior as a wrestler. And a human being, too. He was a pretty shitty human being. He was another super selfish prick. So caught up in his own. And do you know where he started and how he got his start? Anyone? A little bit of trivia. Does anyone know Sports Pajamas designer suit? Does anyone know where he got his start? Or who he started with? Jim Hellwig. Remember, think back to that. Yeah, Hogan. Bro, I did it too, like playing once. The last wrestling game, 2025, I remember playing that and I was playing as Hogan and I was... Big boot, leg drop, big boot, leg drop, big boot, leg drop, big boot, leg drop. Non-stop. What you gonna do, brother? Sting was his first tag team partner. Sting was the person who brought Ultimate Warrior into the industry. Ultimate Warrior was the reason that they weren't a tag team for longer than 2 years. Because Ultimate Warrior got too big for his own boots. He cracked the shits, left WCW. Took 2 years to get noticed by Vince McMahon. And got noticed by Vince because he was jacking the roids. And in that whole time, Sting crafted his trade in NWA and WCW. Like, but Sting was the man who brought him in. He was Sting's best friend. He had a fall. The things... If you heard all the good things I had to say about Sting last night, just look into Sting and Ultimate Warrior, bro. Sting never said a fucking... It's like, for the American football fans, it's like the AB and Tom Brady thing. Sting's Tom Brady. Ultimate Warrior's AB, but AB's got talent. But in terms of how they were post-career and the things they said about each other, Sting only ever said nothing but nice things, and he wasn't the one who ruined the tag team, and Ultimate Warrior said hateful, nasty, jealous things about Sting. Like, it's just, he's a fucking piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. And his premonition before he died, bro, was one of the weirdest things ever. Like, it was like he knew he was going to die. And he was, like, trying to redeem his fucking... Trying to redeem anything he had left with that last promo, man. Like, and I don't even know how they gave it to him. It was amazing that it was even happening. But I never liked him. Never liked him when I was a kid. Never liked him when he came into WCW and absolutely wasted their fucking time and blew their money. And never liked all the stories I heard about him long after he was done with the industry. He thought he was Hogan without putting in the work that Hogan put in. Like, Hogan was a dog. Hogan held onto his spot with a shovel. But he put in 15, 20 years of work to get there. Like full hard yakka. And Warrior wanted that in a year. And thought he deserved that. And he just trashed on anybody that didn't give him that. Sting, Hogan, WCW, Vince McMahon. Like, he was a piece of shit, bro. And it took him 25 years to realise he was a piece of shit and come back to the ring and apologise, and then he died the next night. So, he was a piece of shit. Sorry. I don't care about the Warrior. The whole Warrior award thing, too, is an absolute joke. Absolute, like the bullying thing. I'm like CM Punk with the pipe bomb right here now, man. Like, it's a joke. Daniel Bryan. Hear Daniel Bryan's thoughts on it. He won the Warrior Award or whatever. The Connor Crush. Hear his thoughts on it. And in saying that, AEW are doing the exact same thing with Owen Hart's missus right now. Like, they're cashing in on someone's... Yeah, 100%, Lewis. That's why even now, when people say that they were the best, I'm like, they couldn't wrestle. They were personalities back then. And then my favourite ones from back then, like I said, Macho Man and Sting, don't tell me they couldn't wrestle. And then Ric Flair. I hate Ric Flair, but I'm like, Ric Flair is possibly the greatest wrestler of all time. Bret Hart, hate Bret Hart, bores the shit out of me. Bores the shit out of me. No, I don't think I will. Bores the shit out of me, Bret Hart, but my fucking God, is that guy good. Like, the way he talks about himself, yeah, fair. He could wrestle a fucking... Like Kenny Omega. He could wrestle a fucking blow-up doll. Bret Hart could have wrestled a blow-up doll in the 80s, bro. Sting is my guy, man. I said that. Sting's my favourite of all time. Sting is the GOAT. Greatest career, longest career. At the top from the start to the finish. Bret was boring. He is. He's bland. Even I hated his work in WCW. And I was a WCW guy. I hated his work in WCW. But Sting is my GOAT, bro. I want a Sting tattoo. I want his face tattooed on my hand. Wanted to do that years ago. Sting is my guy. Absolutely. Alright, I'll be back in a sec. Tradies are back next door. Alright. Mega Powers versus Brothers of Destruction. That's tough, man. That's tough because I'd pick Mega Powers. I would. I'd pick the Mega Powers for sure. Because like I thought of it straight away. It's like Kane and Hogan would be like the power, you know, the muscle, and Macho and Taker would be the wrestling. Like, the absolutely would be the wrestling. But like, 100%. I never even thought of that as a hypothetical dream match in a wrestling game. Truthfully, I haven't even thought of that. Definitely, I've thrown Kane and Taker together for a lot of classics, but I've never thought of Kane and Taker and Savage Hogan. Like, late 90s, mid 80s. Proper Mega Powers before they imploded. Yeah, 100%. I'd pick Mega Powers. Macho in the mid 80s was the best wrestler ever. Ric Flair wasn't in the WWE. He was NWA, different type of wrestling. For a WWE wrestler in the mid 80s, Macho Man was the best wrestler they had. He could wrestle a mop. 1000% could have wrestled a mop. I would have loved to have seen, and it was meant to happen in WCW, right towards the end, but they had a falling out with Macho, and Bret Hart got hurt. We were meant to get Bret Hart and Macho Man in WCW. Macho was going to be the face. Bret was in his heel run after he'd hurt Sting, NWO, all that shit. They were working on bringing Macho back. Macho wanted another run, a last run, a proper run as a face. It was right after the controversy with, you know, when he was the womanizer and shit. He slapped Tori Wilson. That was meant to happen. Goldberg hurt Bret Hart. Macho had a falling out with Bischoff. WCW was going under anyways, but that was meant to happen in the last run, and it would have been amazing because Macho hadn't wrestled for like a good year. He'd just been doing run-ins and, you know, walking around in his wife beater when he was wearing all his tight black gear. He wasn't NWO anymore. He was on his own with the girls. Gorgeous George, mate. I need to do the clutches for this. Yeah, Bischoff's a piece of shit. He's a smart man, and he took it to Vince. He's not the reason WCW died, but I hate Bischoff now. He was a smart man. He was brilliant in his day in the game, but he's like Russo now. He's no better than Russo now. He's just an old-timer that thinks that everything they did was better, even though wrestling's like selling more than ever. Like, it's because of the cable explosion, bro. Like the Monday Night Wars. They'll never get that back. And wrestling was in its boom period. Like, and he wasn't solely responsible for that either. But that's his thing to his dying day. And what was the dumbest thing he ever did back then? Getting Vince Russo in from WWE. Start of the downfall. Why would you buy the head writer of the team that you've just decimated for 2 years straight? Why would you buy their head writer and think that they're going to help you get a good product when you've just decimated? Why is there an Alpine parked in the middle of the track in career mode? Definitely need to change these clutches. I hate his anti-AEW stuff, bro. Especially considering they gave him a paycheck for a little while. I hate his anti-AEW stuff. Like how he's getting a WWE paycheck, and he constantly has to talk down, use his podcast to talk down AEW. Like to say the TNA is the second promotion, bro, you're a joke. If you think TNA is the second biggest promotion in wrestling, you're a joke. And he's jealous and butthurt that AEW lasted longer than WCW did, which is incredible and shows how old I'm getting, how fast. But AEW's already been around like twice as long as the Eric Bischoff ran WCW, because there was 2 different WCWs too, before and after Ted Turner. Ted Turner bought him in like late 95. They were bankrupt by 99, 2000. AEW has been around longer now.
Pace right now. 5 minutes to the end.
What is going on with these cars, guys? Look at this Alpine. Look at this Alpine. Something's wrong with him. There is a critical error right now with that Alpine. He has gone all of 100 metres since I last lapped him. There is a critical error right now with the Alpine in career mode. Just as there is with the Porsche in fucking career mode. What is going on? Why is there an Alpine going around like he's run out of fuel or got critical damage? Oh, I got away with it. There he is. So is he going to be like that during the race too? That's going to be awesome for the race because that just means he's going to hold up the AI. Bro, Ring of Honor is dead. Ring of Honor is a joke. Ring of Honor is AEW development. And no one gives a fuck what happens in Ring of Honor. So, it's dead. I thought AEW buying it was a good thing, but it wasn't. It really wasn't. It is an AEW feeder program now. That has no individuality about it at all. And it's mostly a place where mid-card AEW titles can get defended. So no, I don't think Ciampa should have went back to Ring of Honor. I'm happy for him because he's at least going to get a paycheck and we'll get some good matches out of him. I hope he doesn't get hurt. But Ring of Honor is dead. There is no resemblance of Ring of Honor of before it got bought. None. No, I rate him. DIY in general were one of the best tag teams ever in NXT, and their trilogy or their feud against each other, and then even Adam Cole's involvement in the whole thing was brilliant. Some of the best times in NXT post Shinsuke, Finn, Joe. Was a big DIY fan. Got to see them defend the tag titles against Dax and Wheeler in Melbourne. Same show that Shinsuke Nakamura won the title back from Joe inside the cage. The Alpine is now parked. There it goes. It was parked on the side of the track and it's just quit out. It's definitely helped me slow down the leader times. 3 or 4 of them got into 51s before. Oh, there we go. 50s, 51s, dogs. Got ahead of myself. I like Don Callis. But I loved Don Callis long before AEW. Like New Japan Don Callis is best Don Callis. New Japan commentary Don Callis is best Don Callis ever. The Callis family is too big. It's too big. That's a bit of a joke. It's way too big. I already seen a meme on Botchamania. You know, with Cletus, Simpsons, all his kids. Randy, Mandy, Andy, Randy, Randy Jr., Andy Jr., Mandy Jr., Mandy May, Andy May. It's got Don doing that, and it's got all the wrestlers coming out. Don's calling out the family. Gold. I love Botchamania. Botchamania gives me half my meme ideas, man. Sammy, he's a cocksucker. No, he's not. He's got tape. But no, he fucked up. His ego, injuries, and the backstage. He got into backstage fights, politics. He's been relegated, bro. He was meant to be one of the 4 pillars of AEW. He's been relegated. He's been punished. And rightfully so, because he fucked up.
We can try and balance the car for longer run pace, but
even just the Taya Mello stuff, man. Sammy Guerra publicly proposed to his then girlfriend in the ring in AEW. And then 9 months later, he knocked up Taya Mello. So how do you think Tony felt about that? Tony's a pretty family-orientated person. That started it. Then there was a backstage fight. And I guarantee you the backstage fight happened because someone mouthed off to him. But he stood out of line. He was the one who apparently threw the first punch, was insulted, got punished. And then they still kind of pushed him when he came back. Oh, I agree, Ansar. Don't worry, bro. I agree. But at least she's a woman, bro. She doesn't look like a little girl. She's little, but she doesn't look like a little girl, mate. Taya Mello's thick and Brazilian and looks like a woman and could kick the fucking shit out of you. She's an actual judo. Where'd she come from? Fucking jiu-jitsu and shit. But Sammy had a very public, like he had a whole, even before he got to AEW, he had a whole online gimmick with like Comic Cons and shit, and his missus was such a big part of it, man. And then AEW proposes to her in the ring, and then and Taya Mello was married too. So it's really bad. Like this family run, like it. They both got punished. But more so him, because he was the star and he's the young one, and he fucking publicly proposed to his girlfriend on national TV, and then 9 months later was having an affair with a fellow wrestler. It's very poor form. Very poor form. I get it, Taya Mello, I get it, but very poor form. From both of them. Like what I was saying about Andrade the other night. I rate Britt Baker too. She's got bitch face, like resting bitch face. Jamie Hayter would 100%. I rate. Me and the missus love her. English. I don't like her with the red hair though. I want to go back to her dark hair. Well, the red, black that she had going on. What was it? Like red with like the blonde at the bottom, something like that. I don't like. She looks like she's got like this 70s gimmick going on at the moment, man. She looks weird. She's still thick as hell, and she's a great wrestler, but I don't like her current look or gimmick. I liked her when she started in AEW, and I loved her long before AEW, like her and B. Priestley and shit. Yeah, the white hair, white and black. Her and B in New Japan. That was where I first seen her. So yeah, I agree. Anna Jay's awesome. And Ansar, that's me all over, bro. Tall, thick. Death by Snoo Snoo, man. Glamazonian. I don't like little girls, bro. And if they're little, they're going to be thick. Like uncannily anime style Japanese weeaboo eating cheeseburgers thick. If they're little. You know what I mean? Death by Snoo Snoo, bro. Whole lot of ass, all that stuff. Yeah, the missus is obsessed with her. Obsessed with her, bro. From the moment she appeared, the missus was obsessed with, like, I mean, I love my Japanese girls as it is. And she's literally that definition. But even before she started her shit with Tony, my missus was straight onto her, man. And then the stuff started with Tony, and my missus, like, she's a mess after saying that. I'm not even going to explain it, Answer. I'm not even going to explain it, mate. You're young. It's different. Yeah, I couldn't even get back into it, Grumps. And height is the thing, too. I'm 5'10", but I couldn't do small. Bandito was my favourite when he was Ring of Honor. I got to see him wrestle before he, like, took off. Got to see him wrestle in Melbourne. Bandito versus Brody, we actually got back in the day. Brodito. And I've been a fan of Brody forever too. Genuinely terrified of him when I first met him. Fucking big boy. But really polite. Cool dude. Bro, they're doing Melbourne. They're doing Australia soon. And they haven't even... Literally not even advertised it, dude. Not even advertised it. And apparently it's not even on TV here now. Like, we don't even get it on normal TV here now. So I don't know what they're doing. They're about to run a show in Australia and they're not even fucking advertising it. So I don't think they'll be coming back. I think that, like, they know they've lost their contract in Australia and there's no point. But I didn't even know they were coming over. And then I seen an article about lack of sales and should be interesting. Alright, we'll back in a second. We'll get this race done. Move on to something else. Yeah, dude, even once you've stood even next to someone who's like fucking 6'3", 6'4", big. Like in wrestling, like Stone Cold. Stone Cold was 6'2", The Rock 6'3", like The Rock, 6'3". That's not that tall. But The Rock's like, boom. Like once you've stood next to, like even Bronson Reed, bro. I'm like the same height as Bronson Reed. But he's like 400 pound fucking wide, bro. Like Gunther. Gunther's not that tall. When he's standing in front of you, Gunther is that tall. You look up to him. He's huge. Huge. Same as Brody. Brody's like 6'8", 6'9". But Gunther, like I remember when I met him too, he was sitting down. And then when he stood up, it was like watching a fucking tree grow, bro. Him and Bronson sitting next to each other. And he stood up to get a photo. And I was like, his upper half just extended, man. He is jacked now. This was back when he was fatter. Back when both him and Bronson were fatter. That night I got to watch them wrestle each other. And like earlier that night they were sitting there eating whole chickens together. WSW, it's the best. It's like our biggest promotion. They get AEW stars while they're there, they get New Japan stars while they're there, and then they get WWE stars when they walk away. But they got a good collection of our guys and then them, and it's good shit. They always do meet and greets, good prices, good venue. Ospreay was one of the nicest I met. Naito, Jay White, Okada. You should see Okada's smile. When we got the photos with him, he's smiling like he does after he says bitch. All teeth. Raquel Rodriguez is huge, calling her big sexy now. Yeah, House of Glory, yeah. Yeah, very similar. I used to see a lot of their advertisements. Fuck's sake. I didn't put the fuel in the car. I'm so over this. And no ability to restart. No ability to go back to the start of this session, guys. No ability to go back to the start of the session. I didn't put the fuel in the car. I've still got qualifying fuel in the car. I've got like 5 laps of fuel in the car. This fucking game. This fucking game. No ability to restart. Mostly because I'm talking to yous. It's my own fault. But no ability to restart. So now I have to restart the whole event. Fuck it. We're just going to test it then and see how bad the AI is. And I didn't even save that setup. God, you guys are distracting right now. I am getting nothing done here and all you're doing... Why aren't you... Where are you guys when we're doing podcast? Wednesday mornings. Where the fuck are yous when we're talking about wrestling then? Jesus Christ, guys. You're killing me. It's all your fault. All your fault. Not mine. Could never. I hope you understand sarcasm, you guys. Mate, I don't know how I got the endurance races done with you guys recently. Truthfully.
Didn't set a time, so we'll be at the back.
Yes, hello. What's up?
Hey.
Hey.
Okay.
Good luck, mate. You can do it.
Alright, let's see if the AI is going to make this easy or bad. Because I've seen some things recently that make it look too easy. Passed like a whole grid of cars at Spa in like a lap. Nordschleife nearly passed the whole grid in the NERB section. And look at him too, look at him, look at him, look at him. Ferals. It's like real now. Like, not real life, like playing online. Not real life. Real drivers won't do that, but it's like playing online. They dive. They just all dive and crash into each other. Doesn't matter if you're side by... See? He would have driven straight through me, even though I was right next to him. And I knew it was coming. No news on update, Glav. Are you on their Discord? Get on their Discord if you want to keep up with it, mate. But even then, they get asked 1,000 times a day. It's not sounding any time likely at all. Usually when it's close, they'll say a few days. There's no ETA at the moment for anything. Apparently the biggest thing they're working on right now is stability, which as it bloody well should be. They're working on a stability patch. They think they know what the problem is. Something to do with server overload, CPU. I don't know. But it's 100% their main priority right now because people are tearing them a new one on Discord every day. Half the discussions on Discord are just people complaining about their lost points from the Spark Challenge. They got to figure out something with the rating too. I lost like 8-9 points of ratings overnight and I wasn't even losing races. Comes the dive. Did you see that? Did you see that? And I called it. I fucking called it, guys. I called it. Here comes the dive. That, look at him. That's him. How close to real life is that? To AI. Not to AI, to fucking retards in ranked. Let's have a look at that one again. Let's have a look at that one again. That's a joke. That's a joke. They were all racing like apps. This game's a joke. It's a joke. There's no point even qualifying at the front because they will... And I'm quick. And I'm racing sensibly. It's a joke. It's an actual joke. Actual joke. Disgusting. They're beatable. They're so beatable, but they're fucking stupid. And they will dive from an impossible place to dive from, no matter where they're going to pull up, no matter if they're going to drive through you. Like here alone, here, look at this. And how are these not handing out insta penalties the way it hands it out to you? This guy's cutting the curb, that was giving me a penalty right there. This guy here, on the right, I'm in front of him, I'm in front, he's in front. He dives. We make contact here. What was it? Next lap. Next lap. Literally, so it's a dude behind too. So look. And then Crunch. Aston. And this is why I stopped playing career in the first place, guys. Like, truthfully, it's why I stopped playing it. Because, like, why put the car at the front? Why put the car at the back? Like, the AI is fucked. They're slow. They're dangerous. And they're aware that they don't have awareness, and if they do, they're fucked. Like, they're fucked. That was disgusting. I knew it was coming too. And I was a car length and a half ahead of him. On the apex. He's on the inside with no chance of pulling up. They don't care. They drive straight through you. Straight through you. How is that improved? And I'd already picked up a penalty for an avoidance track cut. And yet you're seeing them off the track, cutting turns right in front of me. And the AI doesn't get handed penalties. Like, come on, man. This career mode's fucked. It needs working on. It needs fixing. It needs depth. It needs a lot of work. But this is beyond frustrating. This is the second one already. Crashed out. Middle of the pack, same thing. Like, this is not, and again, authentic mode, I can't even fucking restart it. Quit, main menu, and because of all the issues already, skip practice, skip quali, start at the back, do it again, same result. Because what happened when I put it in qualifier? They just murdered me worse. So it's just, this is why I stopped playing career mode in the first place. Truthfully. Because of the AI. Not that they were better, that they're fucking suicidal, that you can't trust them, and there's no ability to restart the game or restart a session. I'm 100% authentic. I got no problem with that. But the ability to not even restart a single fucking session when the AI has just destroyed you is infuriating. Yeah, that's real life. But in real life, the person that's destroyed you is getting a fucking penalty check and he ain't racing next week. Nothing happens here. And you pay the bill. This is broken. Even in GT4. Anyways, guys, I'm going to shut it down early. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I think I'm needed. I'll get back on later. I'll get back on later tonight for some lobbies or something like that, because that was the plan anyways. I was going to do career today and challenges today. And then get on for lobbies tonight with the boys, because Friday night should suit them, or should suit everyone, really. See there, yeah, no one's around. Yeah, I'll see if I can send somewhere for you to go. But that's frustrating for me, guys. Like, I got on to genuinely do this. You're distracting me, and I feel like there's something... No, it's not in a bad way. Don't... I feel like there's something wrong. It's okay. I'm trying to do the right thing. Christ. It's okay. Yeah, I'll be back on tonight for lobbies. But this is bad. It's just been, well, get Pedro, you need... Bro, you need a PlayStation, Pedro. You need a PlayStation, mate. Look. They're racing, bro. 8 of them in a party. They're racing, man. So... they need the friend ability in the game. Like a hub. You know, so we can add the PC players and add the Xbox players. Yeah, well, it's not only are they frustratingly slow now, like, that's what I mean. Like, so look at the endurances that I did, right? The last few days. Listen to John's horror story. I think he sent me something else too. So you got this. Game crashed after 10 laps of doing the endurance. We've seen his thing. What was it? This was lap 20, guys. Lap traffic. Where was it? This one? Yeah. Lap 40 for John of an endurance race. Lap traffic. Look at him. Lap ahead of everybody. Some dude's 2 laps, 4 laps down. This is AI. And then... the stuff I have. Was it them? Oh, this is AI.
Oh, for fuck's sake, man. I hate them. The AI is horrible. And it's gotten better, but it's...
Watch this.
Worse. They've got slower. They're more aware. But they still do dumb shit. They still die.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
They're slamming on brakes in 220, 200...
Endurance race.
230 fucking kilometre regions. That Mercedes.
So not only are they slow and dumb, but then in situations where they should be conceding, they're fucking murdering you.
It's gotten better, but they've gotten worse.
Like they're fucking murdering you.
They're more aware, but they still do dumb shit. They still dive. They still block. They're fucking slow. They're slamming on brakes.
I'm past him. I'm past him. I'm past him. Like, why he pushed that when he's slamming on the brakes? This one. These.
The sound levels, audio like lags, which is really good. I could be in the pits, pulled over.
Back marker in front. This guy was useless
Not
in
even
practice.
unplugging the
Don't take any
device.
risks.
I disconnected, like in terms of the computer
Lapped.
sensing
Traffic.
it. I disconnected
Lapped.
and I reconnected.
Blue
And
flag.
it disconnects me.
Blue flag waving. Ben would be yelling at you. Get out of the way.
How is that a thing?
Why does it not do it with the AI?
Like imagine
Why does it not do it with the AI?
and plugging back in your HDMI cable.
Blue flag.
Like,
Blue flag. Blue
and it
flag.
disconnects you.
Blue flag.
Otherwise, you would be like,
Blue flag.
why the hell's this thing? I gotta get past these fucking cars. This is what I'm talking about.
Because
the
I'm
AI.
talking to you guys and I'm realizing this is cooked. I'm
This is
not
what I'm
even
talking
driving
about,
here.
though, man. This should be an absolute double flag. These two should be pulling over and getting out of the fucking way.
Gets better.
This is a joke.
Gets better.
Like turning the TV on and off again, Lancey.
Gets
Suck
better.
Back
Come on,
marker
come on, come on,
ahead.
come on, 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 come on. Oh, that was great, and stupid, and brave, and stupid, and brave, and stupid, and look, he dives, he dives. There's your fucking AI.
Lapped. Lapped.
Oh. Wow.
Lapped traffic. Earlier in the race, same cars.
Easy it is in the front end. It's the worst possible car to be following now with AI.
Blue flag, blue flag.
Marker in front didn't look great in practice.
Gotta be
Don't
fucking
take it.
Gotta
So you try doing these endurance events right now and dealing with this shit, let alone the career.
Corvette. The Murky's very good though. It's up ahead. Whatever.
You're catching a back marker. Just be careful.
Lap traffic. Watch this.
Push. See?
Do I have the one where he reverses into me? I don't think I do. I don't think I saved it. Or was it the other night? There was another one though, the same thing, same crash, same Porsche, and it reversed. It reversed. It was a yellow as I was coming around, and it was against the wall, and it reversed straight out in front of me. So, this is frustrating. I got on to do the AI, and as you've just seen, when we've qualified at the front or in the middle, the AI has murdered me. And when I've qualified at the back and raced my way past half of them, the AI has murdered me. When they are well behind. Like they're slow to the point that they're slamming on the brakes in front of you. And then you get past them and they will dive you. If they about 3 car lengths back, they will dive you no matter what. No matter what. That quite frankly is disgusting. They're weaker, they're dumber. Yeah, there's a little bit of awareness, almost coward awareness now. You pull up next to them and they just drop out stupidly to the point that they nearly cause a crash behind them. But after following them at Bathurst and the Nord over the last few days, they're slamming on the brakes into high speed zones. They're brake checking you. And then, as I said, when you they brake check you and force you into a crazy situation, opposite the racing line, coming up to a left-hander, you're on the inside, they're on the outside. You go across the curb, avoid any penalty. They're about a car length and a half back. You have the line. They dive you and push you off of it. It's exactly the same as it was day one. Yeah, ranked is dead during the day now, bro, too. That's why I'm not going to... If I get on super early in the mornings for ranked, but I think I'm going to start doing ranked at night now. There's way more points in it. And it's dead during the day. There's no point me doing it, bro. I'm sick of racing 3 people. Sick of it. Like, me and John. It's me and John. It's great when we're both there. It's a TT. But I'm sick of racing 3 people, bro. So, but I'll be back on later. We'll have lobbies. We'll have fun. All right, later tonight. If not tonight, definitely tomorrow. But I'll be back tonight. Give me a few hours. All right, just gonna chill for a bit. I did plan to finish that GT4 career, and then I was gonna start looking at probably 3. Yeah, same. They had their awareness approved, but they were still fast. Same. The last update dropped it back. Update before, they had the awareness there. The radar wasn't spot on, but they had the awareness there. And they were fast. And the radar wasn't spot on. That was the problem. Now they're slow, the radar's spot on, and they still do stupid shit. It's like they've got max aggressiveness, and the blue flag thing, bro. Like, they don't. But it's frustrating. So it is what it is. Anyways, guys, I'll be back later tonight, alright? Sorry to shut it down early. To have a short stream for once. But I'm not going to bother getting frustrated about that today, alright? It's a Friday. I'm going to go spend some time with the missus to see if she wants some attention. And needs it, which is not in a bad way. I'll be back. Alright, I'll see you later tonight, guys. Have a good one.